initiating the discussion on the motion of thanks to the Governor's address. The points raised have been duly noted. May I also inform the House that we are all seated in what I would term it as the House of Commons. Everywhere you will see the floor and the furnishing is all green. It denotes the House of Commons, denotes the House of the elected. Every honorable member has the liberty and the discretion to ask the question. On that, I would like to clarify. If the members feel otherwise, then I think it should be mentioned in the whip. I am bound by the whip directed to me, handed to me by the political parties, and so on that I will not encourage overlapping words. But in my house, every member has the liberty to ask the questions. I think honorable ministers may also be aware of that. And so on that, I think there need not be any more discussions. But having done so, if any of the honorable members or honorable members who have been assigned portfolios have any issues with that, you can kindly bring it up to my notice in my official chambers and not in the House. Thank you. We shall now move on to the next participant, Honorable Shri Y. Lima Onan Chan. I now give you time.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, sir, for the time given. I rise to participate on the motion of thanks on the Governor's address. Speaker, sir, on the demand for creation of Frontier Nagaland Territorial Authority, the government of the day had experienced a lot of unwanted developments. However, despite having absolute authority and multiple agencies to handle it, the government under the leadership of Dr. Nefirio could maintain maximum restraint. And because of which, the desire of the EMPO and its people would come true. The compassionate and accommodative spirit of our leader, Dr. Nefirio, and his cabinet colleagues is highly appreciated, and I welcome and congratulate and thank the government of Nagaland, government of India, and EMPO for signing this memorandum of understanding on the 5th of February 2026. So taking this privilege, I also want to touch on one very serious concern, particularly for me. So as we all know, we are reminded, the members seated here in this August House, we are the representative of thousands of our people. We are obligated to listen to their voice, and we are here to speak the sentiments of our people. So the concern here is, yesterday on the opening session of this 8th session of Nagaland Legislative Assembly, I for one and the general public of Nagaland were taken to a big surprise by listening to the play and singing of this national song. Sir, actually this Vande Mataram, which now we have recognized as a national song, is actually a poem, which we call it as, pronounce it as poem. composed by Bankim Chandra Chatterjee in the year 1875. And in 1882, this Vande Mataram was published in his Means Chatterjee's novel called Ananda Math. Later on, led by Dr. Rabindranath Tagore, he started modifying and developing that very poem to a song. He started singing, and that is how the Constituent Assembly of India in the year 1950 adopted this Vande Mataram as national song. But so traditionally, historically, due to some controversy over the stanzas, only 2 stanzas were sung and considered as national song. So why it is considered as a controversy for the consumption of this august house, I just want to read out a translated version of this Vande Mataram, stanza 4 and 5. Thou art goddess, Durga, lady and queen, with her hands that strike and her swords of sin. Thou art goddess Kamala, Lakshmi, lotus throne, and goddess Vani Saraswati, bestower of wisdom, pure and perfect without beard, mother lend thine ear, rich with thy hurrying streams, bright with thy orchards gleams, dark of hue, O candid fear. In thy soul with jewel hair, and thy glorious smile divine, loveless of all earthly lands, showering wealth from well-stored hands, mother, mother mine, mother sweet, oh, I bow to thee, mother great and free. Even in 1950s, the leaders, the framers of Indian Constitution have identified those stanzas as controversy. Only as of February 2026, Union Ministry of Home Affairs directed all states and the Union territories, all institutions to sing the original version of this Vande Mataram, including the whole stanzas. Sir, the lines which I have read out, the stanzas, are more to do with full of words of prayer of some religious belief. So the Article 25 of the Indian Constitution guarantees the fundamental rights to each citizen, to freedom of conscience and the freedom to profess and practice. My conscience doesn't allow. I do respect other religion, others' belief, but at the same time, my conscience, my religion, my belief should also be respected. We all love singing national song, but anything and everything cannot be imposed. This is against the rights of each citizen, and it violates the secular and democratic essence of this great nation. Therefore, Honorable Speaker, sir, this matter should be thoroughly pondered over and discussed in order to safeguard the constitutional rights of Indian citizens. Thank you, sir.
Honorable Member. I would now like to call upon Honorable Shri P. Lomon.
Honorable Speaker, sir, I rise to participate briefly on the Governor's address and also would like to comment my personal views on the so-called national song. Governor's address yesterday was commendable. And the room left to all of us is to work more harder for development of Nagaland. I would like to express my gratitude and gratefulness to the Government of India and the Government of Nagaland under the leadership of Dr. Nipu, Honorable Chief Minister of Nagaland, of course, ENP leaders, for signing Memorandum of Agreement on 5th February 2026. FNTA signed, we are all grateful, but let us see how it has to be shaped and take up and implement the FNTA. There will have lots of work to do, more advices, more hard works, so that signing of FNTA and implementation of FNTA is more meaningful and beneficial to the people of Eastern Nagaland. It is yet to take up. Assembly has to pass and act. Thereafter only we'll discuss thoroughly in this house. Well, I would like to tender my opinion, personal opinion, over the music played during entry and exit of the Honorable Governor in this August House on 2nd March 2026. It was an unusual and surprising moment for me to have heard the music displayed before the music of national anthem. It was but a Vande Mataram. To my understanding, the so-called national song Vande Mataram is but a religious song. It is the religious songs of the Hindus. Being Nagaland a Christian majority state, and being a Christian does not welcome the song and cannot sing willfully. And I also feel that it is rather an imposition over us. Therefore, we should invoke the special constitutional provision under Article 371A, which stipulates that no act of parliament shall apply to Naga religious, social practices, customary laws, criminal, civil justice, or land and resources ownership, unless the Nagaland Legislative Assembly resolve to accept it. I would therefore request all the honorable members of this August House to resolve and to reject the inclusion of Vande Mataram, music or song, before a national anthem. As such, together we can exercise constitutional provision and protect the Article 371A. Thank you, sir.